didn't let my sister-in-law name my baby. My husband's younger sister Lacey has always been dramatic. She's 25, no kid, still lives with her parents, but she's obsessed with being the fun aunt. For years, she's joked about how she'll be naming our kids since she has better taste. I always brushed it off until I got pregnant with our daughter. Suddenly, it wasn't a joke anymore. The second we announced we were expecting, Lacey started sending me lists of names. Not suggestions, demands. She'd text me at midnight saying, "Promise me you won't name her something basic like Emma or Ava." She made a Pinterest board called Lacey's Baby Names with over 200 entries. She even announced at a family barbecue that she'd already picked the baby's name, Aurora. Everyone laughed, but she was dead serious. As my due date got closer, it got worse. Lacey bought monogrammed blankets and onesies with Aurora on them. She painted a little wooden sign that said, "Aurora's room," and gave it to me like it was a gift. When I tried to explain we hadn't chosen a name yet, she actually burst into tears and said, I was stealing her dream. My husband thought it was weird, but kept telling me she'd calm down. Then, 2 weeks before I gave birth, Lacey cornered me at a family dinner. In front of everyone, she said, "You're naming her Aurora." I've been planning this since I was 15. I finally snapped and said, "No, we are naming our child." "You don't get a vote," she stormed out crying, and the entire family looked at me like I'd kicked a puppy. When our daughter was born, we named her Lily. Beautiful, simple, and meaningful to us. The fallout was immediate. Lacey showed up at the hospital with a giant stuffed unicorn that said, "Welcome baby Aurora," across the belly. When she saw the name card on the bassinet said Lily, she turned around and left without saying a word. The next week, she posted a long rant on Facebook about how some people steal names and destroy lifelong dreams. She never said my name, but everyone knew. A bunch of relatives commented with sympathy for her, saying how hard it must be to watch her dream child disappear. Meanwhile, I was at home recovering from childbirth, being dragged on social media for not letting my sister-in-law name my baby. Here's the kicker. I later found out Lacey had already reserved Instagram and Gmail accounts for Aurora, our last due name. She fully expected to run my daughter's online presence before she was even born. That was the final straw. I blocked her on everything and told my husband she's not allowed unsupervised time with our kid until she gets therapy. The family still acts like I was cruel. At Christmas, Lacey refused to even hold Lily, and my mother-in-law kept saying, "Aurora would have been such a pretty name every 5 minutes." But honestly, I don't care. My daughter's name is Lily, not some fantasy character my sister-in-law tried to force on us. If that makes me the villain in her story, so be it.